So we want to talk about parents traumatizing you. I'm gonna name just a few things. Okay. So one time my dad slapped me across the face while we were on a camping trip, him and I, with youth groups from other churches. And he left me to do drills with a big group, but I didn't want to be there and I didn't know where he went. So I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, I see a girl that's in our group standing over there talking to some guys. So I'm just gonna go over there and wait with her. Ugh, get that in there. And then he found me, got mad, bitched me out. So you're supposed to be over here talking to boys and blah blah blah. I wasn't talking to boys. I was just standing there. Anyways, so as we're walking back, he's yelling at me, berating me, I'm crying, and then he slaps me across the face, and here I am sitting at the campsite right around the fire where he put me around in front of my peers, and I'm sobbing and crying and embarrassed because I'm being yelled at. Another time was, tripping all over myself. Another time was when we were getting ready to go somewhere, and for some reason he was mad. We were just waiting on him, me and my siblings, all out in the living room, and he's just starting to what? He was like, we're piece of shit daughters. Don't know where that came from. And we were just all so confused. We're like, what is happening right now? And so anyways, there's that one. Another time was when my mom, she came in while me and my siblings were just chilling and laughing together. And she opens the door just to say, you are all disappointment for daughters. I wonder why. I really wonder fucking why. If you mean disappointment because we're not doing anything with our lives, because you trapped us in a house 24/7 with you guys and we're not allowed to go out anywhere, have friends, go to school with actual kids our age, or just be normal kids and have a future because you took that from, or actively taking that from us, then yeah, I can see that. But that really doesn't fall on us. That falls on you. Another traumatizing moment was one time that my cousin had come with me to go camping. And basically it was just a whole lot of miscommunication. We should just turn back. Anyways, he ended up screaming, throwing my phone, yelling at me, then yelling at her, making her cry, and then we ended up getting separated. That was the night that I had my knife, and I wanted to myself because I was just like, this is too much. My mom didn't even help. She was pissed off too. Which is valid. I mean, they thought we were lost. But he was telling me, you walked away and I was calling you, yelling after you, and I even called you on your phone and you didn't answer. And I was like, no, you didn't. Because you didn't. I feel like it was a setup. Anyways. Then there's a whole other trauma with, excuse me going and telling my mom about shit that my dad would say, comments about how I look like a supermodel and the way he would look me up and down, and other incidences. And she was just like, oh my god, concerned. But then she confronted him, and then nothing happened after that. Another thing was my dad. Growing up, we were constantly told that if we called CPS or anything like that, that we would be separated. So that was another big thing. And looking back at it now, it was just a way of conditioning us to not speak up. It was to keep us our mouths shut, which is crazy because he did stuff to us in front of people, and nobody at church stepped in and was like, hey, something's gotta be going on here. No one gave a shit about us. Anyways, another one is my mom homeschooling my siblings and getting mad at them because they didn't know the answer to the questions, even though that's the whole point of learning. They don't know the answers because you haven't fucking taught them. And she would just like hit them like this in the head hard, or with a pencil. She'd pinch them to where she pinched off skin. Yanked their hair really hard, like so hard that they were like falling off the chair. And I had to watch this at one point. I just took over like doing their hair and stuff because I couldn't stand seeing her yank their head around like they were rag dolls just because they slightly moved to look a certain way. Yeah. So, and then, let me think. And then another time was hearing my dad scream at my sibling because she wanted to herself, and my little sister decided to go tell him about it, which no one could have predicted, honestly, that he would have reacted the way he did. But gave her up and was screaming at her to just do it if she wanted to leave so bad. And we couldn't do anything because she was in the room with him. And guess who was a useless human being at the time? Our mother, who just sat there and listened to her movie and then acted like she didn't know what was going on. And then later, I think she said like, oh, I heard him getting on to... Before all that happened, he kicked everyone out of the room. And I got scared because I was like, what the fuck is about to happen? He has a look on his face. I tried to stay, and he even told my mom, get the fuck out of the room. And she just obeyed him. She's like, oh, were you not worried that something was gonna happen to your daughter? Oh, wait, you weren't, because you sat down in the living room watching a movie, not giving two shits about what was happening to your kid. Anyways, I was like 14, 15? When did that come out? 2012? I can't even remember when that movie came out. But yeah, so I was a teenager, scared as fuck, because I didn't know what to do, because I had been, what's the word? Conditioned. So, great.